Been doing a little bit of reflecting just lately, and sort of been contemplating sort of realities. This has hit home in the last little while, probably even more so in the last sort of couple of weeks. Just sort of facing sort of the grim reality of the situation here, and facing the fact that I probably can't be rehabilitated in the proper sense. There can be sort of mitigation, but no rehabilitation. Um, I think the reality is that I'm probably as bad as they come, almost. Not quite in the very worst category, but that's probably for lack of opportunity. But so maybe I'm I'm intractable in my ways and behaviour and sort of thoughts. You can't be convicted of thought crime, but I have sort of terrible thoughts, very nasty, and things I can't describe here. Um, this is about certain types of people and a few well-known people, and this it's a very bad situation, but I'm sort of keeping a hold on it. It's very grim. It's a very grim and disheartening sort of situation, but I'm trying my best. I'm always trying my best. But you face the reality of what you sort of really are, sort of molded by circumstances a bit, um, and genetics. But the situation is not very good. Um, I'm in probably the very worst sort of category of offender, and yeah, I'm not a pedophile yet. You never know. I could sort of completely lose it. I'm sort of very. It's the situation is off its chain, really, and but I'll keep a hold of it day by day. But in terms of functionality in society and overall functionality, what we call normal in 21st century society is, I don't think it's ever going to happen. And that's a very dark situation to wake up to every day. Probably might help me in certain areas. Can't be discussed because YouTube are very censorious about certain subjects, certain medical subjects, but maybe the intractability is a bonus in some ways. But in terms of day-to-day life, there's no real there's not going to be a happy ending, and that's just the way I'm going to have to think and just take it day by day and try to stay on the level. But it's a very dark and grim situation, and it's a day by day proposition.